Well, Derick, I'm excited to have you with us this Saturday. Um, People don't know you, Derick Fabian, you're Seven Sketches. And the thing about Seven Sketches is it comes from something you love, and I wanted people to realize on the summit that it's important to do what you love. Sometimes we just go through life and we don't take the time to tap into what we have a passion for. Can you explain to people what is Seven Sketches and like why do you enjoy doing what you do?
So Seven Sketches is basically, I like to think of it as my personal brand, my own brand, and so it's a title of my little company, my brand, and under that I like to create characters. And then my whole thing with my characters, I have a love for characters in general. I love to illustrate, and particularly I like drawing characters, and they're influenced by my interest growing up. So when you look at my art now, it's mainly a fusion of graffiti art and anime. Those are probably my two most favorite styles. And then also like my stuff is from like really simple cute characters all the way to the other end where it's more detailed and more like street oriented or whatever. And I just actually for the longest time I knew that I loved drawing characters. I didn't know why. So how we were talking about earlier, like you got to know your why. And I never even cared about that, to be honest with you. I thought it didn't matter as long as it looked cool, because that's what I was going for, I thought. But I was actually in this coaching program, this designer coach program. Shout out to Scuddy Russell. So he kept asking and trying to pull something out of me. I'm like, yo, like I just like to do it because it looks cool. Like there's nothing deeper than that. But he just kept asking me questions, and I was like looking into like my past and why I'm so like all about characters. And like I mean I know I don't want to like go like talk. I can talk forever about this. Like try to sum it up in just a few sentences. Like basically, what I like about characters, they tell stories, right? Like they're not just standalone. You just look at it, looks cool. They can be more than that. They have like personality. They have a story. Whatever. They can share. They can share their their values or whatever. And so for me, like I'm an introvert, yeah. So I'm not really that type of person to like talk to you and tell you about myself as easily, I guess, unless I'm comfortable with you, blah 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 blah. Maybe if I have a few drinks in me, then maybe.
Right.
But with characters, like I can like tell my story through my characters. And so Seven Sketches, like before it was a brand, it was a comic strip at UH Manoa. And so I was able to like tell my stories through my characters. I tell short stories within 4 panels. And then when it became a brand, I continued that. It's not obvious anymore. I mean, I don't have, there's not a sequential,
storyline.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like there's no dialogue, whatever. It's most of my art is just art. It's just a character, but I'm building the story when I post it and when I talk to people in person, and just I mean, it's just some of my characters, like it's just whatever experience or whatever I'm interested in, and it's just manifested into like my illustrations. And so a lot of my characters I'm able to express myself through. So
so one of the things we talked about a while ago is like you feel that art is helpful for mental health.
Oh, definitely. Well, for me anyways, yeah.
Like for you, why do you find that as being something that is like a great tool?
I don't know. So for me, like doing art in general makes me happy. It's something that I loved as a kid, and I love the process. And then when I'm done, I love the outcome. I was like, oh, I can't believe I created this. The process was fun, and the final product, it's so cool to look at. And then when people, then there's an added layer when people like come and they see it and they appreciate it and give me props. That makes me even feel better about myself. And I'm not good at anything else. I'm not good at sports. I can't sing, whatever, like, so like art is the only thing I have. And so when it's recognized by other people, when they tell me like, oh, you're good at it and stuff like that, that makes me feel really happy. Just just being able to create, just something magical about that, right? Like you can like from your own hands just create something out of nothing. And so I love the whole process. And so doing art brings me happiness, and it's therapeutic too, yeah. And so for me, like, how, we talked about this, like I struggle with like, depression, and, you know, uh, for me, like art, I feel like it's like my antidepressant basically. So I'm not the type of artist that I express my depression through art. I've been told to do that before. It's like, oh, when you're feeling depressed, like, let it out through your art. But I tried, and like it just looks, when I'm depressed, I can't draw anything, like I'm just not in the mood, or I just don't have the energy or the creative juices. But for me, what art does is it prevents it, or at least it gets me out of it quicker or whatever. But it's more of it's more of an antidepressant for me, so it kind of keeps it at bay for me. That's the way I feel. So ever since I started Seven Sketches 7 years ago, I've constantly been doing something, like there's always events, there's projects, there's collaborations. So I noticed something different about me now versus me before I got into my art heavy like this. Before, when I got depressed, like I got really depressed. I stayed there forever for a long time, and it took me forever to get out of it. But now that I'm doing art more actively and more consistently, I still go through episodes, but it's not as deep, and it's more short-lived. Yeah. So for me, like, art is, therapeutic. It's my antidepressant. It makes me happy. So it's my drug of choice.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I think it's important for people to realize, like, especially creative people, right? I can't speak for everybody, but if you enjoy something, even if you don't do it as a business, but it's important to do it. Like for some people, it's surfing. Some people, it's like, I don't know, skateboarding. Like sometimes the things you did when you're little, you almost got to do it again, because that was the thing that would just fill you up.
Yeah. It's like a natural high, right? When you do those kind of things. Yeah,
because I had like a block last year. I was grieving for dad. It was 10 years. And I was telling you, I did like small pieces of art, like paintings. I'm not even like an official painter, guys. But I did like 200 pieces.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And for me, like, it was like, I was just doing it. And it took me a long time to do. But within that 1 month, like, it helped me because I was feeling depressed. But then my brain, like, it helped, like whatever was inside was like pushing out, because I was using my brain to be creative, right? And I wasn't doing anything dark or whatever. I was doing rainbows, I was doing hearts, I was doing sunsets, sunrises. I was like, oh, I'm surprised this is coming out of me.
Even though when you're like in a dark place.
But I thought to myself, gosh, I should have started doing the art when I started feeling myself, because you can feel your energy drop.
Totally.
Feel when you're like, I just want to sleep. For me, I don't know about you, but I'm just like, I want to sleep. Some people can't sleep, but me, I'm like, I just want to sleep, take my son to school, go back to sleep, so everybody has a different way. But yeah, I think if you're a creative person, or if you just enjoy doing different things, I think try to get back to doing that. And attention is always a good thing too. You know what I mean?
No, totally. Exactly what you said. Like, even if I wasn't getting paid to do this, like, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be doing it as often, but it's my passion, right? I would still be drawing, doodling here and there or whatever. So yeah, I mean, that's what I've been doing, since I was little. Like, I never stopped. But yeah, like when it became a business, like, and I got deadlines, like it pushed me. And I'm happy about it though, because I developed faster and I put more art out there, because now it's in the public now and people are appreciating it, and it's more motivation to like keep doing it. But yeah, like I also like, other things I enjoy. Like I do like skating too, not the traditional. Like, I used to. I was a poser back in the days. Like I couldn't do tricks or nothing like that. I just just kick and then cruise, whatever. But there's this new board. Well, not new anymore, but when I was in college, there's this board called Snakeboard. And it's just a cruiser board. Like you cannot even go uphill with that. It's just like kind of just cruising along like a snake. And like every time I ride that board, like I'm just so happy. I was like, oh, this is so fun.
Simple, but yeah.
And I'm not getting paid for it, and I'm not it's nothing beyond just having fun. It's just having fun, and then it makes me happy. And yeah, I like to try to fit that into my routine, my daily grind.
I think we have to play. We need to put play back in our schedule, like we were kids again. Because
Yeah,
we gotta be adults, and we gotta live our lives, pay our bills and whatnot, but we can
yeah.
still have fun in the
Yeah,
process.
gotta have a balance life, yeah. We got an adult for sure, but like, gotta mix it up with the kid in us, let the kid out too, yeah.
Yes, we're always gonna be a kid, a big kid.
Yeah,
Just now we
yeah,
gotta pay
definitely.
bills on top of that.
Yeah.
Well, Derick, I'm so glad like I get to have you join us this Saturday, and talk about what
Thank you.
like having passion, but then also like how do you navigate like with mental health, and just life and stuff. But guys, thank you.
Mhm.
I look forward to you guys joining us. This is Derick, and so Derick's gonna be with us this Saturday. So see you guys later. Aloha.
Aloha.